So we've lost a bit of render here, and I'm attempting a DIY repair, and this will no means be a definitive guide. You can see I've put a beam in there just as an edge. You're meant to have your render off the ground by 150 millimeters. So I need to knock it back to what we think, hopefully now is good sounding render. It's got to be nice and solid, and you can generally tell with the sound of it. I found a bit of a crack here, so we had to work up there. So I've got an angle grinder, and we're going to put some lacerations in this smooth concrete like so to form a key. As I'm reliably informed, we need a good key on smooth concrete. So now I've got a key, so I'm quite happy with that. And I think the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the blade of the angle grinder in here and just neaten this edge up on a good straight edge to assist in the repair, and anything what's loose needs to be removed. Well, the size of the repair keeps growing. Now we've neatened things up a bit. You kind of know you're on the right track when you know there's solid material on the edges. So I'll have a bit of a clean up and get a mix on. So I've had a bit of a clean up, and there's quite a lot of dust to get off these walls, so I'm just going to give them a sweep, remove any loose material that may impede us. So I've got some Weber end 1 coat base render, and it takes 4 or 5 litres. You can mix it with a machine, but we're going to be doing it by hand. I am told, even though they do separate dash receiver, that this is capable of receiving the dash. I did get some advice from a builder. So I've just chucked half a bag in for now, and I'm just going to use a drill mixer. So a note to self, a drill mixer is pretty quick and a bit ferocious, so adjust the speed of it if you can. So unfortunately the attachment's not getting right to the edge, so I've just got to work it round with a trowel and a tiny splash of water. And it's much the same story in the centre of the bucket, so take your time and be thorough. This is actually what's known as a bucket trowel, as it's got a flat edge, so it's designed for this purpose. Conventional trowels go to a point. I'm reasonably happy that that's thoroughly mixed. It seems to be sticking momentarily, so I'm hoping that's the right consistency. I've had a good dig in the bottom and I'm not finding any unmixed product. So I put a tarpaulin down to catch anything what might drop. And you can see the dash there, we'll get to that in a moment. Now I did buy what is known as a hawk, so I can load that up with render and then put it on the wall, but I think given the small quantity I may be working straight out of the bucket with this one. I'll save that for a bigger job. So what I want to do is I'll just get a bit on the float, like so, and we'll just key it in like that. Keep going, pushing it right in. So it is doing quite a good job of sticking to the wall, which is making life easy. I'll just build it up and get it on the wall before attempting to smooth it out. So I've got everything keyed in and it seems to be going on reasonably well. I'm quite pleased so far for my rookie rendering attempt, and it would be really nice if one bucket will do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, I am told, in order to dash it. There's one or two little bits I think I'll tweak before I get going with the dashing. I've now got a clean piece of tarpaulin, and this dash is what's known as Canterbury Spar, and I believe it's correct. It's going to be painted over anyway, so it doesn't really make too much difference for this surface. So I saw this technique where a glove was used, so I'm going to try it. See, it's peeling off a little there. Well, done nothing but battle that. So that seems to be taking shape. This tarpaulin's coming in handy. I think I can see the advantage of applying it by hand. Just target any bald spots. And here's the finished repair. I'm actually quite pleased with that for a first rookie go. And there's my untrained efforts. Many thanks for watching, and why not subscribe to learn of more low cost repair solutions.